Alright, jabronis. We're back. Got the original OG podcast lineup. Our boy Tommy Flowers is back. How you doing, Tom?
What's up? Glad to be back. Cody, you did a good job, my man, filling in last week. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad that Cody came in. You know, it wasn't our usual excellent, super awesome podcast, but Cody did fill in pretty nicely.
Let me tell you something, man. I was rolling on the floor laughing. Y'all's Asian impressions were freaking hilarious. I'm talking about laughing so hard I was crying. I had to pause it a couple of times so I could catch up.
We got week 2 in the books. As usual, my team is awful.
Wah, wah, wah.
A world-class, elite-level loser.
Tom, you're still at 500, which is pretty much your career record.
Indeed.
You're all about that physio. This week in real sports, really the only major thing was the big boxing match on Saturday. What do you got, Tom?
There was a UFC going on at the same time as the boxing match. And when you're at Buffalo Wild Wings, you get to watch both of them at the same time. I'm there with Cromer, his wife, my wife. We got a couple other people there. And we're just jacked back watching both of the fights. I mean, it's great. Coming around to the Triple G Canelo fight, we've been back and forth on who's going to win. So naturally, Cromer, hey man, we should put a bet on it. And, you know, my first response is, do you have cash? So he wanted to bet 10. I was like, nah. And then, come on man, let's bet. So we bet 10. We both had $10 cash in our hands, so we knew it was legit. Man, we're watching the fight, Triple G, Canelo. They're battling it out. It was really, really a good boxing match. I mean, one of the better boxing matches that I've seen in a while. And Triple G, man, I don't know if he sensed weakness or he was getting his second win, but he just started coming in, like, pursuing Canelo. Doom, 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 doom. I mean, throwing these combos. I mean, it was awesome. By the end of the fight, it was pretty clear to me that Triple G had won. So,
Right.
12th round, got about 30 seconds left. I get my $10 out, hand it to Cromer. Cromer's like, yeah, it's got the smoke thing going on. Just won $10. Yeah, totally.
No, it's more like this. Hey, Tom, thanks for paying for a beer for me, bro.
How's it feel to lose $10 to me? You know, blah, 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 blah. Well, anyway, you know, the fight goes the distance. The scorecard comes out like this. One judge, 115 to 113, Triple G. Okay, that's expected. One
Right.
judge, 114, 114, which is a draw. Third judge, 118 to 100 for Canelo Alvarez. Are you freaking kidding me?
That's ridiculous, man. I can't believe that after all the trash they talked about the McGregor-Mayweather fight, which was a way more interesting fight at least, this is supposed to be the fight that's going to save boxing. And they go off and they pull this shit.
Yeah, there's no way anybody that was watching that fight, other than this chick right here, scored it like that. What happened here was pretty funny, because Patrick was like, bruh, what just happened? I'm like, man, it was a tie. No, really? So he had to get my $10 out of his wallet and hand it back to me. It was great.
As far as football goes, week 2, pretty good week for the most part. Some of the guys that were expected to show up finally showed up. A lot of guys still haven't showed up this year. Le'Veon Bell being one of those guys.
Yeah, Zeke Elliott, Brandon Marshall.
Some really, really rough weeks there. It's interesting that Cromer and Luke have docked already twice this season.
Yeah, within like a week's time.
Yeah, it didn't take them very long at all. So there's been 2 trades going down between them. I don't really sense any collusion yet, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on it.
They're edging on the fine line there. Yeah, we're going to keep a close eye on these guys, that's for sure.
What do you got from week 2, Tom?
And a lot of injuries. I don't know if it's just this year that it seems like more, but it does seem like more. It seems like a lot more injuries this year early.
Jordy Nelson went down. I think he might be back this week. Howard went down, I think. Didn't get too many points for Scrody there.
Amendola.
Down. OBJ's been kind of down with an injury, even though he did play. He didn't get a whole lot. It's been an interesting season to start.
And the Pats, I mean, numerous people on their offense went down the last game, so.
Now there's only one thing left. Thunder Cookie.
All right, jabronis. We're back at it with some Thunder Cookies. These are in no particular order, but I got to start with my man Cody. Cody, man, you have got half of your lineup as Green Bay. I know you like Green Bay, but they're not doing so good this year, so you need to change it up. Put some other people besides Green Bay in your lineup. You might win a game. Go ahead, hit him again with that. Adelaide Baird, you get the second Thunder Cookie in your face for being a complete idiot.
I do have a great soundbite for this. Right after the fight, Teddy Atlas, one of the color guys for ESPN, had this to say about the decision.
Did we see how does this happen? Look, I could take 10 years, and it's been years and years of the same garbage, the same trash. I have no choice. I've been in this business 40 years of my life. Where am I going to go? I got nowhere to go. But if I did, I'd get the hell out of it. I'd get the hell out of it. I'm sick and tired of watching these fighters that put everything on the line. They get in the ring, they come out of the ring with less of themselves physically than they had when they went in. And this gets done to them by a bunch of cowards at ringside that never took a punch in their life. I'm sick of it.
I'm going to go ahead and give boxing a Thunder Cookie as well. And another one.
There's no joke. Adelaide Bird, you're a complete idiot. And I don't know if you're just incompetent or if you're on Canelo's payroll, but there's no way you score that fight 118-100 Canelo. No way. Moving on, I got one for you. Head coach / offensive coordinator Ben McAdoo. This guy literally shit the bed last week.
They are so bad.
Bad. And then, after the post game, he's dropping dimes on his man Eli.
Sloppy quarterback play. Quarterback and the center need to be on the same page there. We got to get the ball snapped.
Why didn't you call a timeout? I think you had one.
Because we have a veteran quarterback who's played a lot of football. I expect us to get the ball snapped.
How would you assess Eli's play overall?
Usually the clock goes from 3, 2, 1, 0. Once it hits 0, they look at the ball, look at the clock. Usually have a tick once it hits 0 to get the ball snapped without it being a delayed game. I thought we had a chance to get it off.
Ben McAdoo. Man, watching you on the sideline with that hair slicked back, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Gordon Bombay style and everything. Drop a Thunder Cookie on that guy.
Second year head coach, I believe. And their team looks terrible.
Well, and here's the thing. You got a quarterback who's been to the Super Bowl and won twice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to give you a couple for that.
Since we're on the Giants, I got to go with Eli, man. I was watching the game, and, he really didn't do himself any favors. One play in particular, he's getting some heat from the defense, scrambles 2 steps, and then just goes down from like a phantom arm grab. Nobody touched this guy. He just felt the defender on him just went down. All right. I got one more today. I'm going to drop this on you. And it has to do with Canelo Alvarez. His parents get a fucking Thunder Cookie. During the fight, I was wondering, Canelo Alvarez, let's see what his parents look like, because he's a ginger Mexican, right?
Right. It's very rare.
So both of his parents have like jet black hair, fairly dark skin. Found out that his parents named him Canelo, which means cinnamon in Spanish.
That's awesome.
So you get a Thunder Cookie for naming your kid Cinnamon. No wonder he got made fun of as a kid. How could you do that? Ridiculous. You guys are idiots.
Clay Jones.
Is cooking.
I've always got numbers running through my head, Tom. And this week's no different. I'm going to jump right in. First number of the week, 8.
Lay it on me, man. What you got?
Sydney's boy, Ezekiel Elliott, rushing yards against the Broncos on Sunday.
8 total?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
How is that even possible?
Oh, no.
Zeke Elliott, the steal of the draft for Chris, supposed to be his bell cow, 8 rushing yards. Here's what makes it interesting. 1 less rushing yard than your boy, Tom Brady.
Really?
So, if you just take week 2 as a whole sample size, Tom Brady is a better running back than Ezekiel Elliott.
I like it.
Second number of the week, I got to go with 69.
It's got to be something with Gronk, right?
Gronk on Sunday. Patriots came out hot, man. Brady's just dishing dimes all over the field. Gronk comes out, I don't know, first, second drive, bam, touchdown. So happens to be his 69th touchdown.
Got 69 touchdowns. You know what I mean. Only you know what I mean, baby.
No, Gronk, what do you mean? The funny thing about that, too, is he apparently got an injury right after that.
Yeah, Cromer, you own Gronkowski. I would recommend trading him because he probably won't score another touchdown the rest of his career. Next number I got, 12.
Lay it on me, man. What you got?
Matt Prater, 12 out of 12 on his last 50-plus yard field goals.
No way. That is amazing, man.
I was watching the game, and they brought that up. I thought, man, this is insane. I mean, you got guys bricking point afters, everything imaginable, and this cat's out there knocking down 50-yarders like it's nothing.
That's crazy, man. It really is.
Last number, 2.
What you got, man?
Young Ho from Los Angeles. 2 missed game-winning field goals in the first 2 games.
That sucks, man. That's got to be a bad deal. I mean, McAdoo might be fired. Young Ho might be fired. Young Ho.
Hey, you know you can't trust a Young Ho. All right, guys, we're going to break this thing down with a media break. We got the Kill Switch Engage song called My Curse.
Let's rock and roll, baby. All I want to know if you got your popcorn ready. You got your popcorn ready right now. Popcorn ready.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want Clay and Tom's weekly picks. You can't handle their weekly picks.
Popcorn ready.
We're going to jump right into this thing. First week that I've actually done legitimate research on the picks, Tom. Right now, as far as the championship and DFL races go, you got Chris obviously dominating the league right now. One of the best teams that we've seen in recent memory. You got me and Cody at the bottom, which, you know, is pretty much expected. And everyone else, I think it's all up for grabs. I mean, you're pretty much on lock on that 5th place spot still, though.
A lot of football left, that's for sure.
We'll jump right into this. First matchup of the week, me versus Ferrari. Now, I'm going to preface this. I tried being nice to my opponent for 2 straight weeks. And the fantasy gods took a fat shit all over me.
Yeah, it didn't do you any good, did it?
So you know what? Fuck being nice. Fuck all you fuckers. Bunch of sons of bitches. I'm back to smack talk. Ferrari, I'm taking your ass down this week.
Nice. I like it. I like the change of pace. I like you bringing it up a notch. If being nice to your opponents and being quiet about it doesn't do you any good, you might as well talk some
So, Ferrari, I expect those motherfucking pancakes on the table on Tuesday morning. But for reals, I looked at the matchups. I like me this week. When you have teams like the Bengals, the Bears, the Bills, Oakland, and Jacksonville in your matchups, you feel pretty good about your team.
Without a doubt, I also chose Clay.
I think Ferrari's going to struggle. Cooper and Landry are both questionable, and then he's got Seattle, Kansas City, and New England in a couple of his matchups. I don't know that it's going to be a blowout or anything, but I do like me to edge Ferrari this week. Second matchup, we got PSB number 1, Patrick, versus the Dolphin flogger, Josh. What do you got, Tom?
Man, looking at the matchup here, I got to go with Josh. Josh's team is looking pretty good in recent weeks, so I'm definitely going Josh over Cromer this week.
I like Devontae Freeman, Kareem Hunt, and Alshon Jeffrey in their matchups this week. He's got some cake teams. Cromer has 4 questionables on the roster.
Right.
He's going to add Doug Baldwin. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get him the win. And Kronk's got 69 touchdowns.
He's not getting another one for a while.
So we're both in agreement there on Josh. Third matchup of the week. This is always a very intriguing matchup because how often do 2 people without a soul engage in Mortal Kombat?
I'm looking at my team versus Luke's team. We're projected by ESPN to be somewhere close, but I got two things that I think are going to put me over the top. Lamar Miller's going up against New England's defense. New England's defense sucks. And then I've got Mike Gillislee going up against Houston's defense. Their defense sucks. So just on those 2 points alone, I'm taking Luke down. You can borrow all of Cromer's players that you want. It's not going to help you in the end.
As much as I hate Luke as a person, an individual, I got to go with Luke this week, Tom. I have to disagree with you, man. Oh, dang, Tom. Come on now. Nelson, Ertz, AJ Green, and Fitz have really good matchups for Luke.
I literally don't know who any of those people are.
You do have a great matchup for Matty Ice and Gillislee for sure. I don't know if anyone else in your team really gets it done this week. Luke's team was really bad last week, and I just feel like he's going to somehow have a comeback game this week.
Well, I'm hoping he's still hungover this week. You know what I mean? I hope them players don't know what the hell they're doing, because I need to go 2-1 instead of 1-2.
Next matchup, and as far as the league goes, to me, this is matchup of the week. Spencer, Big Papa, Jon Snow Barksdale versus Chris, a.k.a. Sydney, number one team in the league.
Man, I got to roll with Chris here. Spencer's team has got some rough matchups. He's not projected very high. We know that projections don't necessarily mean anything, but Chris has been producing week after week lots and lots of points, and I think he's going to do it again.
Chris's team looks really good. He's not going to get 30 out of Crabtree every week, but he's also not going to get 2 or whatever it is out of Zeke Elliott every week. I think that his team looks too good right now. I think barring an injury, Chris is going to be a hard team to beat all season. And for Spence, he's starting Samaje Perine.
Right, and it's a boomer bust type thing with him.
A rookie. He had 27 carries last week for like 60 yards. So it's not a great per carry, but they had that other guy. Was it Thompson?
Chris Thompson, yeah, and he's really good. And I think Cody picked him up off the waivers.
So as far as smack talk and league in general, I like this matchup, but I think Chris is going to run away with it. But
agreed.
I'm interested to see how Drunk Spence talks some shit to him. Last matchup. Let's bring in a guest. We got Pele versus Cody K. Nicely, the caveman. Cody, how are you feeling about your matchup, bro?
I feel like a little bit of stir fry, a little bit of wontons, some egg rolls, stirring it up in a pot, and just stuffing it down my stomach. Let's just say I'm going to kick his ass.
So you're taking a page straight out of Eddie Cakesey's playbook.
Yes.
Is Pele going to be making this food for you while you're kicking his ass?
You know those pictures where you show the girl sitting by the stove with nothing on it, but they're just in a thong or something?
Yeah,
that's
which is
Pele. He's going to be my bitch.
I don't think he's going to look that good in a thong in front of the oven, though.
Maybe through Cody's eyes he'll look that good.
On a serious note, I like your matchup to be close. Both of your teams are underperforming.
Yes, sir.
Pele's got injuries. You got injuries. Odell Beckham, Hogan, David Johnson obviously is gone. Jordan Howard, Ajayi. There is more Q's in this freaking matchup than in 20 questions. I don't know. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
It's the worst. And what sucks is I feel like 3 years I've had at least my first or second pick go down in injuries. But it's only week 3, so I can still pull it off. Pele can be that genie and grant me this win. So we'll have to just see.
Awesome.
Yes, Cody, it is week 3, but from my point of view, I don't think you win another game the rest of the season. So.
I'm going to take Pele in a very close matchup.
Oh,
I think
okay.
as far as points, I think this is going to be close. I think it's going to be low scoring. I'm going to go with Pele.
Pele's team is good, and his people are putting up numbers, and I think they're going to roll right through Cody this week.
You'd keep your mouth shut if you knew it was good for you, buddy.
Tons of smack talk this week. I'm just going to highlight mainly smack talk in the league. I'm going to call out my boy, Big Papa Drunk Spence. Yesterday, we got the smack talk going, man. We're getting it. Everyone's piling on Luke and Cromer. I mean, just one after another. And, of course, Luke's coming back going, well, hey, man, how many times have you guys won? I mean, how many times you guys gotten the money? You guys are just paying all my league fees every year. I mean, this is great for me, man. All I got to do is sit back, collect your money every year. This is awesome. Spencer, a man of somewhat few words, chimes in, Luke, how many championships have you won?
Enough said, my man. You followed it up with Spencer equals 1. Luke equals 0.5 wins. Cromer equals 0.5 wins. And the numbers speak for themselves. Spencer is a man of few words, but when he talks, man, it's profound.
In our effort to bring you guys the best in content, the best in Hate the Game League action, we're going to bring in a guy that came up with a big win last week, Big Papa Spence. How's it going, Spence?
What's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
Great.
You got a big matchup this week with Chris. How you feeling going into this weekend?
Chris got a good team, man. He's projected for like 10 more points than I am. But I'm hoping my guys will come through for me.
Chris has been on quite the winning streak here lately. Best team in the league throughout the first 2 weeks. But your team came out strong last week. What was it, 138 points or something like that?
40-something, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just 140-something.
I got to ask you, man, now that you're a father, how has that changed your managing philosophy with regards to fantasy football?
Well, I have more to win for now, you know. I want my son to have a Christmas, so I need to win these games. So
that's true.
You're not getting Snap for Christmas this year, bruh.
Yeah, I know.
I can see it now. Spence and the wife and the kid are in front of the TV, and every time one of his players doesn't perform, they're just sad.
Man, Chris has been dropping a lot of heat on the group message. So, what do you think about that? And do you think it's a worthy thing for him to do against you coming off of a massive week?
I mean, it's easy drop heat after the first, 2 weeks? I mean, football hadn't even started yet. You know, I'll drop a little heat, though. It's fun.
Yeah, Clay likes to drop some heat, too, but it's usually in the up front bathroom.
Yeah.
I like to drop heat on the fantasy football field in that my team is a steaming pile of cow crap.
Nah, like, yeah. Well.
So, one other question that I've got, and I'll turn it back over to Clay. Have you noticed that the two PSBs in the league have made quite a few moves with each other lately? How do you feel about that?
What are you talking about? Cromer and the redheaded guy?
Yeah.
Luke? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess they can split the pot, split the players, whatever floats their boat. I think Cromer's in desperate mode right now. So that dude hits me up about once a day trying to trade.
Kudos to you yesterday on the text board. Luke's mouthing off about winning and splitting the pot. Spencer chimes in. How many championships you got, Luke?
Yeah.
That's some heat right there from the people's champ.
That's right. I enjoy talking with Luke or talking smack with Luke. It's fun because I know that we're cool, so I can go just a little bit farther with him.
I got 2 more questions for you. First off, how long did it take Drunk Spence to come out in the TCU game?
Dude, man, not long. I was first quarter, first half. I don't remember. I was pretty drunk. I was pissed. Just look at my Facebook post. I drunk Facebook and whatever that timeline is.
Trisha's over there going, Spence, put the Facebook down.
Yeah, my wife, she can tell when the Razorbacks have lost a game. So I'm like crap for the next week, dude. Just mad.
You got anything to say to Chris ahead of your matchup this week?
No. I mean, Chris, I hope that you don't win. You're getting married soon, so you don't need money or something. I don't know. I'm winning this week, Chris.
Say it with some authority.
Yeah. Give it to us hard, man. Come on now.
Chris, you're a little bitch, and I'm about to beat that ass.
Cool, man. Well, hey, good luck this week. Thanks for giving us a little time here in the interview, and I look forward to you knocking Chris off his high horse.
Yeah, me too. I look forward to it.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
That's a rhetorical question! Do you not understand what a rhetorical question is?
I understand what a rhetorical question is. Do you?
A new segment this week. Everyone last year was always bitching about, where's the podcast? I don't want the podcast. Clay, quit being a bitch and put out the podcast.
All that fag talk again, you know what I mean?
So I decided, hey, I'm going to reach out to the league. I want to get some audience participation. Hey, let's start an email segment. What do I get? I get Cromer asking me one question, and then I get Cromer asking me other questions from a fake email.
That sounds like some shit he would do.
I want Thunder Cookie y'all's asses for not participating. But
what'd Cromer have to say? Anything good?
Three questions this week. So, Tom, we can answer these. First one's to me. Clay, why wouldn't you trade Todd Gurley for Jay Ajayi last year? And will you make similar mistakes this year? First of all, I didn't want to trade Todd Gurley for Jay Ajayi last year because I dropped Ajayi and Cromer picked him up off the waivers and then tried to trade him for my number 1 draft pick. Now, hindsight being 2020, it was terrible on my part because Ajayi ended up having a good season. Gurley sucked fat balls.
Mm-hmm.
Will I make the same mistake this year?
You mind if I answer this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, he will.
Second question. This one comes from someone with the email Motherfucker Jones. And actually, since Cody's here with us, it's to you, Cody. When did Cody discover fire?
Well, it would have to go with about 2 weeks ago when Josh introduced the idea. I didn't even know what it was.
Last question, and this one goes out to you, Tom. Which ginger will have the better record this year?
Ooh, that one's tough. It really is because Luke can put together a good team, and he's got some luck on his side every once in a while. And since I'm a habitual 5th place runner, I'm gonna have to go with Luke against everything inside my body. But I'm gonna have to go with Luke.
Interesting. I think that both of you guys are going to tie with a 7-7 record.
That's respectable, and you know what? That's right in line with what I do pretty much every year. I'll cruise right on into 5th place.
And with that, we're about to cruise on out of this podcast, fools. It's been emotional.
Boom, son. You're done.